Now, good evening, everybody. Finally, I think we figured a way to get the network to be stable. So, welcome, everybody. We are talking about the significance of Pastor here, Adeboye leading a protest. Is there a significance at all? If you ask me, I would say definitely there are several significant points or reasons why these are reasons that this protest is very crucial. Well, number one point I like to make is that when you enclose people in one room or two rooms or more rooms, and you're all murmuring words into the air, you may call it prayer. When you do that, nobody sees what you're doing, and nobody perhaps also cares. So, in fact, if I'm the person who is supposed to do something, and you go and enclose yourselves in 10,000 rooms in different places, and you're talking murmuring into the air about what I am supposed to do, as far as you have not told me to do it, or made me hear about it, or make me feel uncomfortable by saying it, or demonstrating outside that I did something wrong, I'll not care. In fact, I can even assist you in building more rooms to contain more of your madness, or sorry, more of your people to continue to murmur words in the air because I don't care. So that is why when government is helping churches to build to enclose more people instead of coming out to demonstrate, they are the ones who are winning. But finally, I am very happy that somebody like Pastor Adeboye can come out and demonstrate that they are truly interested and care about the welfare of their members. It is very important. Now, that is number one significance. Take those murmuring words into the air in your closet, take it out to the streets, and let's all of us connect the actions together. That way we are going to have result. Number two point or significance of this is that it has come finally to replace. Now watch the events that are going to follow this. One prayer walk, if you want to call it that way, of or one protest march, if you want to call it that way, or one rally, if you want to call it that way, or one demonstration, if you want to call it that way, takes the place of 1,000 prayers you have been doing. If you like, you may be holding. I'm not saying prayer is impotent or does not have its own role of work. It definitely does. Prayer does work. But this is the point I'm making. When you pray or murmur words into the air, it has its own role. And its own role is when situation or circumstance is beyond human control. But this is something that is meant for human beings to do. Even the Bible itself already said it, that walk and pray. It placed work first. Now, if we all shied away from the work because we are looking for some kind of magic, we are not going to get result. I'm going to make a quick reference to something Reverend or Bishop Idahosa did. There was a day I saw the video. Most of you must have also seen the video. He placed a cup of water at his front, down. He stood up and he said, I command you this water in Jesus' name. Come to my mouth, I want to drink. He repeated it over and over. The water did not leave its spot. Now, once it was time for him, that he was now very thirsty, guess what he did? He picked the water up. No, he called somebody. He said, "Give me this water. I want to drink." The person gave him the water. He stretched his hand out, grabbed the cup, collected it, and drank the water. Now his thirst quenched. Do you know the significance of that? It means what human will do, if you like, pray from now till next year. God will just be looking at you because you're not ready. If you're ready for it, you know what to do. Somebody like Pastor Adeboye, for instance, controls minds of millions of people. One thing that this government does not want at all is that you demonstrate. That you demonstrate. The kind of government or non-listening governments that we have in this country or in Africa altogether, they don't like demonstrations. Oh, they don't care whether you pray from now to next year. They don't care. They do not care. That is why, if you like, go to redemption camp, go to prayer city, go to everywhere. They don't care about what. In fact, they will even be providing you security to guide you while you are doing your murmuring in the air, in your closet. They don't care. But the moment you're arrested, you are leading a protest. Oh, they went to pick him up. Oh, we are not going to allow it. Guess what? They fear protest more because that is the one that has effect. The significance of a pastor Adeboye leading that kind of a movement today, for instance, is that they see that you begin to see the events that will follow. Now, Pastor Adeboye, I understand, does not really want to rock the boat. And that is exactly why he decided, for instance, to say, okay, let's not call it protests. And I also agree with what they call it, prayer walk. Prayer walk, because he's a cleric, he's a pastor. Somebody from that background should not use the word protest, for instance. If you are from the civil society background, you can call it protest. If you are from corporate world, you can call it awareness rally. Like people even Etel, Etisalat, Nine Mobile, MTN, all of them can sponsor, a rally. You can call it a rally or awareness rally or anti-polio anti-polio immunization injection awareness walk or rally, anything under whatever name you want to call it. What is important is that you are doing a demonstration, and that demonstration attracts attention better than when you are murmuring alone in your room. You can call that one prayer. Your business. But what I want to do here is to commend Pastor Adeboye that finally, ever since we have been complaining about what you people are doing and wasting people's time, burning their time, making them waste money, transporting themselves from wherever to come to a premises to come and be murmuring what's in the air, you are not going to get results. Finally, somebody like Pastor Adeboye has realized this, and he has come out to say, okay, let us do a prayer walk. And I remember suggesting this before, and I was criticized for it. I said, if you like, pray from now till 10,000 years. The same problem will continue to repeat itself because those that are supposed to take action don't even hear what you are saying in your closet. You are just murmuring what's into the air. Now, I also made reference in the past to the walk by the Egyptians out of the land of Egypt. Shebi God Olowo Gbogboro Sha along. Why didn't he just take his Gbogboro hand, pack all the Israelites from the land of Egypt and throw them in the promised land? No, because they must walk. Protest even began from there. Protest march began with the children of Israel walking away from the land of Egypt. They didn't need to pray. The point they needed to pray was when they got to the river bank, and it became humanly impossible to progress beyond that point. Guess what God did? In fact, they didn't even need to do fire prayer. What was humanly impossible, the divine intervened. You must first exhaust what is humanly possible before you can start murmuring what's into the air for the divine intervention. And that is where I want to appreciate Pastor Adeboye that finally you have understood what we're talking about. Okay, now let us start doing this. I understand that Pastor Adeboye is beginning with prayer walk. Subsequently, if there's no result, you will still lead the proper protest, Pastor Adeboye. I want to appreciate you by that dint, and at the same time, I want to, by extension, leverage on this to call on other pastors in Nigeria. You guys control minds of millions of people. You are the ones that have been making them say in the past that what will protests do now? What will protests do? Let us continue to pray. It's only God that can do it. You are the ones that made them believe that. You are the ones that conditioned their minds that way. But now, if you begin to lead the protest and they begin to see results, they will now understand, yeah, our pastor cares about our welfare. So if Oyedepo also cares about the welfare of the people he's leading, he should also follow suit. Other pastors, other GOs should also begin to do the same thing. Let us begin to call on our leaders to begin to do the right thing. I hope you understand what I'm saying right now. As a result, having said that, I also want to add, very importantly, that Nigerians should now begin to take their destinies in their hands. It's very important. Begin to take your destinies in your hands. Alright? You need to begin to take your destinies in your hand. Now that these pastors are beginning to come out because it is now affecting them, start showing that the welfare of the people you always collect offering and tithe from. Now, okay, let me not digress too much. But let me quickly also remind you, if you are very familiar with this channel, there was a time in the past where I said the reason I stopped going to church, and I mentioned that I was an assistant pastor in RCCG at age 19, and I'm talking 2006-7. Yes, I was an assistant pastor in RCCG. I had to quit at a point because I wasn't too happy, because the whole arrangement looked like it was just about creating parishes and they are all going to be sending remittance to the headquarters, either for the pastor to buy more private jets or something, or for anybody to do whatever. I don't know what that's about, but it looked to me like these people don't care about those of us suffering, paying the offering and tithe and sending to them at the headquarters. So I quit, because I believe that if it were about Jesus Christ himself will step out for people. In fact, Jesus even died for people. Jesus will step out for people. Therefore, I do not think that what the current arrangement about churches is right now is what it should be. So I had to quit. It's the same way. It's the same way that in 2012, when Nigerians decided to go out and protest, just 3 days, or how many days? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Yeah, I think it was about day 4 or 5 that they now decided to send military to come and hunt people out of the Ojota Freedom Park. But what I'm saying is this: they realized that it was very effective, more than prayers that you have been saying since Lekki 98. Because I remember when Redeemed Christian Church of God started their Holy Ghost Congress. Yeah, Congress was Lekki 98. But that small protest, Occupy Nigeria, was more impactful and more powerful than the conventions and congresses and Holy Ghost nights of every first Friday of the month since beginning of Lekki 98. You may hate me for what I say, but your GOs know better now. Yeah, anybody that wants to attack me, you are free. But your GOs know better now. They are killing your evangelists. They are Leah Sharibu, converted by force and impregnated. I'm not even against any religion, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian. It's not my business. But what I'm saying is everybody should be free to practice whatever they want to practice. And if they are stifling you and killing you, and your GOs are not talking, and you are also still clapping for your GOs for their silence, then you are not also, in fact, you don't also care about your own welfare for doing that kind of a thing to yourself. It is by that reason that I want to appreciate Pastor Adeboye once more for taking that very bold step. And I want to wish and hope that others too can begin, other pastors too can begin to show care for members of their own church too. Don't just be one person who doesn't want to, who doesn't care about, your members. It's not about you always. And I learned that Bishop David Oyedepo is now already planning to start planting another 10,000 churches to what we already have in Nigeria. I'm not against it. Of course, every businessman wants to expand and increase the number of their branches. I'm not against Bishop Oyedepo doing that. It's up to you, Bishop. But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Let us also start showing concern about the welfare of their people. I remember then that Pastor Bishop Oyedepo, when I went to his church during the Occupy Nigeria protests, I heard him saying that, oh, even if the price of a liter of petroleum goes to about, my source is divine, my God is the source of my supply. That my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches. And all the members of the church who are the buyers of petroleum were shouting, hey, hey. And I'm like, Bishop Oyedepo know the buy for, now you the buyer. He said his God shall supply all his needs, and I understand what you should understand what it means too. Does he buy? They give him. Even if he buys, does he feel it? Now you they feel am. Now you they alarm say his God is supplying all this. Really? And that is another problem we have in this country. So we need to start letting people realize what that is. So you are the ones buying the fuel, and you should stop. You should start. And hope. I want to hope that these GOs, these clerics, this I'm not against your business. Plant 10,000. In fact, plant 1 million churches across Nigeria. As far as you also show care and concern about the welfare of your members, I'm in. I quit church before because it all looked like it was just business as usual. Like these people are just using us to do business. But now with Pastor Adeboye coming out to take this kind of a step, I might begin to reconsider going back to church. I stopped going to church because of I felt like our GOs are just using us to do business. And they are using our numbers in the millions to negotiate whatever. But now that they can also feel it, and for those of you also, because you live in Lekki or Ikoyi, you feel secure, you feel you are okay. And whenever we mention that we need to protest to drive our points home, whenever we said that, and you say no, 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 why should I go and be doing that way? At least you're also a member of RCCG. Your GO cannot be. Are you saying that your GO does not know what he's talking about, or you know better than your GO? It's now stepping out. So if it has not gotten to your turn that you are feeling silent heat, you can be saying what you're saying. But now that the GO also feels it and understands what he's talking about, I mean, you should understand what that means. So I'm not against anybody's business. Having said that, I want to do something very I want to do something very quickly. I want to appreciate one Nigerian who came in from the UK to see me, and then he came to do some other things, right? But he did something very wonderful today, and I'm going to show you just shortly now. Thank you also, Larry, for allowing me to do this, because he said he doesn't want me to mention it. He's a private person, he doesn't like publicity and all that. But I had a short video uh, hugging him and thanking him, and I pleaded with him to allow me showcase that. At least let me just appreciate you. So this is Larry.
Very natural. So thank you so much, Mama Larry.
Yeah, it's pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
So this man came all the way from UK. All the way from UK. I love you, Baba. Thank you so much.
Ah, you are nice, oh man.
So he assisted us bringing in some things that we're looking to buy all the way on Amazon. Thank you so much, Larry.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Can I
pleasure,
mention your
man.
real name?
No.
He doesn't even want me to mention his real name. He said, no, 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 keep it as Larry. Larry, thank you so much. This is what Larry did. Larry assisted us in getting these items. This is Holy Land Mass 400. You can Google it. Holy Land Mass 400 is on Amazon. We tried to get it. But when we saw the cost and customs initial deposit before we can import all these things, I was like, Mo, these guys, customs want me to break bank, shipping companies want me to break bank, and even the cost of it itself is also looking like, yeah, I'm not that rich. I'm not. It's not as if I have money. I'm just a small boy trying to speak sense or trying to make sense or trying to look for progress. This is the second item. This is Elgato Cam Link 4K to bring in your camera into your live stream or whatever, because we are looking to set up a small studio very soon. This is the third one, Rode Wireless Go. You can Google them. so that you understand what they are meant for. So it's not for, I'm not going to be describing or begin to tell you what these things do. But thank you so much, Larry. Once again, I appreciate you. He's a very wonderful guy. In the past, he also tried. He sent us some wireless microphones that we used to do some interviews sometimes in the past. So we are now looking to set up small studio so that it's not only me doing something on this channel talking about all the things that we have to do. So Larry decided to step in, and we were even looking to figure a way to pay him or even pay some of the money of the cost he incurred in getting all these things. Larry said, "No, Shagun, don't worry. It's my own contribution to what you're doing. I love it." Ha, man, Larry, the way God go bless you, you go shock. The way God go bless you, Larry, you go shock. I'll continue after this short time out.
Bless you
Keep
as
it
Larry.
Larry.
All right, people. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, good, good.
All right, so that was Larry, and then let me take the comments. Let me take comments now. Can I take comments? Okay, we have some more time. Okay, little more time. All right, brother. All we need to be talking about now is Oduduwa Republic, Brexit, Oduduwa Republica. Can you imagine? I'm going to talk about breaking up. Breaking up. Citizen Ewa and I spoke a little this afternoon about splitting the country, and then he asked me what I felt about it. When I told him, I'm going to share a little of our discussion with you also. Citizen AY, thanks for calling this afternoon. And I get a lot of people calling from abroad every time to say, "Oh, we've missed you. What's going on? What's happening? What's your view about this or that?" So that all of us can have unifying or unified voices. So let me take another comment. Oh, all of them don't they jump. Also, sorry. Okay, let the comments keep coming. If I missed anything you wanted me to react to or talk about while I was still now or discussing the protest by or the prayer walk by Pastor Adeboye, please you can say it again so that I can quickly make reference to it. Um, some people don't they yab themselves apparently before this time. Okay, people are praying for Larry. Thank you so much, Larry. People, you can see people are praying for you. And then I also remember Yinka. Yinka was the person who bought me this headset. It is headset and microphone at the same time. So it is what I'm using. Yinka is also in the UK. I think UK people are very nice. I think we have more people, we have more fans in the UK and US, UK, US, Italy. Yeah, that's where those are the places. Even France, those are the places people usually call from. Germany, Israel, UK. We have more people somehow in UK, New York. Um, yeah, people call from all over, but I'm mentioning the places where people usually call from. So people are praying for you, Larry. You can see that. I'm happy. Ah, Larry, I don't know how to pay you back, but thank you so much. We still need more. The thing is that we're trying to set up a mini studio where information activities can be constant so that people don't miss information that are very important and essential. And then we still need more items. Actually, we need more of these items. Each of them, we need more of them. But I don't want to bug anybody. If you think you can or you have the capacity or capability, you should please do. And also, this is also to remind people who have in the past promised to continue to support this channel. Please do not forget. Some people pledge to be supporting on a monthly basis. Past month don't pass now. You haven't really heard from you. So please, if you're among those people, kindly do your wonders. We really need resources to continue doing what we're doing right now. So let me come back to this. So somebody says because we have data. Okay, I see. Don't worry, we are going to be on terrestrial TV very soon. If we have the resources, that's all it takes to go on terrestrial TV, so that local people in Nigeria can also start watching and seeing. So all of these things we'll be talking about, for instance, for a very long time. Now that people like Pastor Adeboye are watching and listening and taking actions, it will trickle down to their members at the grassroots level. So, but what I'm looking for right now, that I'm praying for, is that all of these activities of the Showores, the Nnamdi Kanus, the philosophers, I'm not talking about whether dividing or this now. I'm looking at how all these agitators, including these clerics, who are now feeling marginalized too, or who are now feeling like they are also victims in what they thought they are the gods of before. Now, some people thought that they have control over everything, but now they are feeling like victims. I don't want to say more than that, but you understand. Now that all these voices are beginning to agitate, I want to see how all these voices can somehow have an LCM. Yes, I mean, have this come together, have this joint, and work out something that will benefit everybody. And then this country, Abi, is Oyedepo not interested in seeing a country? Yes, Oyedepo has made it. He has made it. In fact, for US embassy to be releasing special press release that, it is not true that it is denied you visa. You have made it. But beyond that, would Oyedepo not be happy to see a Nigeria that works in his lifetime on the account that he stepped out for his people, like the Desmond Tutu did, the Desmond Tutus, the Martin Luther Kings? They were pastors, excuse me. They were pastors. They stepped out for their people, and it made a whole lot of difference. It doesn't matter now whether they are dead. We have also had bishops or rich people who were also rich in their lifetime, but we've forgotten them. We only remember the ones that stood out for their people. Now, you guys are growing old. You have made it personally as individuals in your lifetime. Can you now begin to step out for your people? So, Pastor Adeboye, kudos, but that's not the end. That's not the end. We still need more. We want this country to be better. Do you get what we're saying right now? So, let me come back to the comments. I'm sorry I digress, but not too much. Larry told me today, say, Shego, I digress. Funny man. Larry is spending 2 weeks in Nigeria. I'm hoping to be able to still see him before he returns to UK. Larry, you're welcome, and all your heart's desires shall be granted. Now, this is also again to remind all of you your tithe and offering to this channel. Yes, your tithe and offering to this channel. I'm sorry, I'm joking, but those of you that understand that we have commitments together because we have works to do and we have bills to pick in respect of them, kindly do um, reach out to us. Very important. Yes, let me come back to the comments. Please keep them. If I missed or skipped your comments, please, that you feel I should address or talk about, kindly do repeat them importantly right now. I'm running out of battery because there's no electricity. I'm relying on battery to do all of these things I'm doing. Um and somebody also sent me a unit of inverter, battery, and 2 pieces of solar panel to support what we're doing, because every time I complain about electricity, I've not received it. I'm hoping to be able to get it this week. Somebody sent it and I already confirmed that it has arrived, but I've not received it. But once I receive it, I'm also going to mention it. Auntie Debola, thank you so much. You're wonderful. Um, yeah, Uncle Larry, people are still appreciating you. Thanks, Mr. Larry. I don't want to mention his real name. People, I wish I can mention his real name. He's a wonderful guy, very wonderful guy. Um, Somebody says, Herbalist Shegun, when did you begin collecting tithe and offering? I'm not a herbalist, as you know, as you well know. As you well know, I'm not a herbalist. Adelanwa, I'm not a herbalist. I'm not a herbalist. Edwin says Adeboye is out of his own evangelic movement. I don't understand what that means really. Yeah. Chibe says killing of Fulani, Boko Haram, and Fulani herdsmen will never stop. um Better way is to breaking up Nigeria. Do I understand that? I think Baba Adeboye has made a stand against evil. The comments are rushing now because I asked people to bring them back. Okay. um Shegun, happy new year. Thank you so much. Somebody says February 14th is my birthday. Wow, February born are great people. Guess what? Shure is also February. I'm also February. My birthday is February 22nd. Beat that. February 14, February born. All of no, no. Check out anybody born in February. They are great. Check out. Because you are unique, a lot of people tend to want to use the jealousy against us, saying, Oshunyope, your month is not complete like other months. But February born are unique. Go and check them out. I didn't even know I'm great until I started meeting people on this. Say, wow, watch your show. You're very great. I didn't even know. Guess what? Thanks to February. No, I'm joking. I'm not a superstitious being. Somebody says Shegun list what you need. I don't need bother. I should list what I need. Actually, we still need more of these units. We need cameras more. We need more of cameras because we need more people to be going out to cover stops. We need cameras. If you can lay your hands on any of these good Sony cameras, it will be nice. So we do more of Sony because Sony allows you to do live stream without necessarily clean HDMI out for live streaming. Clean, yeah. Canon has very good image, but um, if you want to do live with it, you may not necessarily get clean HDMI out of most of Canon cameras, but Sony, anything from Sony A7, any good Sony A7 camera is cool. So if you want to, you can do. You may want to pick cameras for us. You may also want to pick one unit each of these for us. Anybody. This is Holy Land Mass 400. Holy Land is spelled HOLLY. Let me see if you can read that on your. Can you read that? This Holy Land Mass 400. You can just type it on Amazon. Holy Land Mass 400, and I think we need more of this also. This is called Rode Wireless Go. Rode microphone, Rode, RODE, Rode Wireless Go. This is Rode Wireless Go. I think it sells for about something around $200. Yeah, something around $200 on Amazon. Something is wrong with my fan and I'm hot right now. Just give me like few seconds. I'll be right back, please. If I miss a comment, kindly do please try repeat so I can come back to it. I'll be right back shortly now, please. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Let me leave you with Larry Safari. Let me give you Larry Safari for just like less than a minute. I'll be back now.
Me, I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Go, 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 go. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now. If some man do it in they supposed, life for don't change it. The pastors practice within them they preach, life for don't change.
All right, thank you. So I'm back. So what comments did I miss? Coming back now. Somebody says also January born are also great. Yeah, everybody is great. Now let's not begin. Let's not begin to argue which month is greater. If you check, Pastor Adeboye might also be February. If you check, I don't know, but I just say. Anyways, that's just on a lighter mode. So somebody says, and the church too. Why not simply rely on the name of Jesus and His blood for such protection? Just curious. Why does Israel invest trillions of dollars into weapons, arms, and perhaps biological weapons of mass destruction? Two, lest I forget, it does self-anointing oil and holy water to the congregants for their protection and safety. Well, let me say this quickly. I do not think we should begin to um, do too much of dissecting what churches do, what they're supposed to do or not to do. Let for me, I have always said that I'm a Christian. You know why? I love the philosophy of Christ. And if you're already a Muslim by practice or a Christian by practice, you have already covered all religions. That's what I believe because the crux of every religion is morality. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. That Jesus creamed and summarized all of them into two. Love your neighbor and love God. If you love your neighbor, you will not kill him. Thou shalt not kill. If you love your neighbor, you will not steal what belongs to him that does not belong to you. Thou shalt not steal. If you love your neighbor, you will not go sleeping with his wife that is not your wife. Thou shalt not commit adultery. And all of this. Now, if you do all of those in heart, whether you go to church or not, if you do all of those things by true practice, you love your neighbor, you don't do any evil against them, and you're also looking for their own collective progress as you are looking for your own progress, you're looking for your neighbor's progress as well, you are not also different from a Muslim by practice. That's just a reality. All these religions are just label. I'm a Christian, it's label. If you love your neighbor and love God, you are not different from a Christian and a Muslim by practice. It's if I lie, make you oh yeah, tell me where I lied. What makes a Muslim different from a Christian? Apart from the physical appearance of pride, all those ones are from culture. Dressing, dressing, wearing hijab, wearing all those things, covering your head, and they are those ones are from the culture of the Arab. They are Arabic culture. And because the religion came from the Arab world, my own understanding, they imported the culture along with it, including the language. So Arabic language is used to write the Quran. It's just the same way the place where Christianity emerged from, the place he went to before he began to, you know, before it began to also spread. The language they speak there is Hebrew language. That is why the language that came also with Christianity was Hebrew language. Yes, the place it started spreading was Hebrew. Yeah, Hebrew language. So that's why the first language that came with the Bible was Hebrew language. Before we now started translating it, so you hear English for the universal application, and then now Samuel Ajayi Crowder tried to domesticate it to Nigeria with the Yoruba language. It's just the same way. So if by practice your heart is pure, you know what is good you do, you know what is wrong you avoid. You're already a Christian by practice because that's all Christ craved. Yeah. Even the time when they were trying to kill a woman, they were trying to stone her, she committed adultery. Jesus said, "Calm down. What's kilo shele now? Kilo shele. Oh yeah, she committed a sin, abi. Oh yeah, she committed adultery. It's a sin, abi. Oh yeah, let he that is without sin be the first to cast the stone." Do you know what that means symbolically? Is that you are not going to be the one to decide who goes to heaven or hell. Whether they drink, they smoke, or they do anything, nobody you go decide because even you are also going to be answerable to your own life when you get to the gate of heaven, if heaven exists. Now, I'm not trying to be a philosopher or anything. We are just trying to use common sense. No, going by what Jesus Christ came and did. That's just the reality. So it's simple as ABC. Somebody will say simple as AAC. She'll rest party. I digress. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know. So that's just like that. So, having said that, let us come back to the point. Please, all of you pastors have already made money. You have made money. You have made money. Yes. In fact, you have made for generations that you will not even know. That will not even know you have made enough for them already. Can you also try that in your lifetime? You want to revolutionize the. And we are not asking you to lead war. We are not asking you to lead anything. We are only asking you to please try to see the change that should happen. Try to see it happen in your lifetime by leading it. That's what we are asking for. And you're not even going to die because you did it. In fact, you're even going to die well. You are going to die the best death that suits you most for doing that kind of thing. Do you understand? The best the soothing that like I always tell people that somebody asks me, "Oh, okay, where do you go if you say there's no heaven? Where do you go after you die?" I ask them, "Have you slept before?" He said, "I sleep every night." Okay. Where does your soul go when you are inactive? Two things happen when you sleep. You dream. Dream can be sweet, or you have nightmare. Most time, go and check. Most times when you have nightmare, most of the times you have nightmare, there are some unresolved daytime activities or issues before you went to bed that is bothering your mind. There are some backlog of things you were supposed to have resolved before you slept that you did not resolve. They now come and translate into all forms of things that come into your that now start bothering your mind when you sleep. They can transform into different things and be haunting you. That is what happens to you when you die. You can have nightmare if you have some unresolved backlog of things that you did not do, that you did not resolve, or that is bothering your mind. That I wish I resolved this, or I wish I did this. They can be, but the same thing happens when you die. You just be having all these imaginations, or you just be having all these kinds of dreams and all that in your sleep, in your permanent or eternal sleep. But when you sleep, there's good there's the atmosphere is good. You have done everything. You have nothing left back that you want to go back and pick, or that you regret you did not do before you slept on that day. You are sure that, oh, I've done everything, and you can sleep with comfort of your mind. You have sweet dream. That is what happens also when you die. My own my own theory. My own theory. That's also what happens to you when you die. So to say somebody died and you are wondering whether he made heaven or hell is a function of what he did before he died. If he resolved all the backlogs of the things he was supposed to do. My own theory. Now let me take this theory and come back to the pastors. Yes, they have made money, they have done everything they are supposed to do individually for themselves. But then we have to go back to the question, the things you are supposed to have done, the things you're supposed to have resolved before you died, did you resolve them? That is what's going to determine whether you are making heaven or not. Whether you are going to sleep in your grave and be comforted in your heart, in your grave. So I wish that these people can listen. Like, I want to appreciate Pastor Adeboye for listening. That there's need for a match. Yeah, prayer work. Yes, there's need for it, and you have tried. You did. The same way I'm going to say Bishop Oyedepo, the rest of other clerics, care for your members. Care for your members. Show concern. Stop locking them in the room and asking them to be praying fire, fire. Murmuring words into the ear will not change what physical actions will do. So that single protest Pastor Adeboye did today can replace, in fact, is better than 10,000 prayer videos if you continue to repeat them, because nobody cares, nobody hears about what you're doing in your room. It's just like winking in the dark. You are winking in the dark, nobody sees it. It's just like you launch a new product every day and you're not taking it outside. Who will buy it? Because you are winking in the dark, nobody sees you, so you have to bring it out to the light. And since you have the number, the strength of the number is the strength of the broom is in the number. And I'm not talking about APC broom now, but I'm talking about real broom, serious broom. Now the strength of the broom is in the number. You pastors already have the numbers. Do you get? So it was until Moses led the children of Egypt out of Egypt that they could actually get out of Egypt. But if they stayed there and continued to pray, ah, God, take us out of this place, nothing, no shit was going to happen. No shit was. They would just be there. The plague, the miracle, the this. But they still needed to walk out of that place. Very important. So that protest, Pastor Adeboye, we need them again. In case things don't change, we need to walk up to the point we'll get to that Red Sea and break or split it to two. And the children of Nigeria will get out of slavery. Very important. Very important. Having said that, Pastor Adeboye, I want to appreciate you once more. Let me go back to the comments. Somebody says on religion, your philosophy is perfect. Thank you so much, Ulubumi. Somebody says when you die, you can't feel or remember those things because your brain will be dead. Same with your mind. Why you have all those dreams in you your is because your brain and mind were still active. God bless you. Thank you so much. But what I'm simply trying to say is that if you sleep, no, there's no, somebody is asking me if there's a calling line. There's no calling line as yet. There's no calling line, but subsequent shows, trust me, we are going to work on that. They will be calling. In fact, there will be video call in if you want to do WhatsApp video calling or Skype video call into the show. That's going to be possible. Just know that we are also going to be paying a lot of money to get to bond internet that will not fail while we are taking your video calls in. At the same time, we are also sustaining our own stream from camera here in the studio. Now back to the point. Somebody is sharing, they bust my brain. Thank you so much. um but I'm not here with the intent or with the motive to impress you. We're just trying to look for how we can make uh, everything better. All right. Now let me go back to the comments shortly because I think I'm missing a lot. Point of correction: the children of Nigeria, but the children, not the children of Nigeria, but the children of Oduduwa and Biafra. Some people cannot wait. They can't wait. But anyways, it takes people to do it. Somebody, Shegun, you need to understand something. You need to understand something. These GOs are businessmen. I've already said I'm not against their businesses. I'm not against people doing business. But I'm saying at least even when you are doing business, there's something called CSR, corporate social responsibility. Show that you care about your members. Show that you even care. They are dying. Insecurity. You have been praying. I first knew about Oyedepo praying against Boko Haram in 2011, 2012. That time I was still in Ota, so I remember well. I used to go to church. I remember Oyedepo one day declared, "I decree before the middle of this year, Boko Haram shall cease to exist." I remember very well. He decreed in that church in Ota. Boko Haram is even prospering more in Nigeria now. I decree the source of your supply dry. I decree your sponsors cursed. They are flourishing more. Alaye. And I'm not saying it to disrespect the bishop or anybody, but I'm saying there's difference between the role of prayer and the role of work. Pastor Adeboye realized that and finally is stepping out today. Bishop, hey, wake up. I'm not against businesses, I'm not against private jet, I'm not against anything, but at least show concern for your members too. Take one step out for them. They are dying. No, now, no, see, people are dying, and you don't want to care. You're asking them to continue to pray. You have been praying since 2011 against Boko Haram. No, now you have been praying against Boko Haram. You have been decreeing their supply costs. You have been decreeing their sponsors dry. You have been declaring them dead, but they are not. In fact, they are even flourishing more. The few ones that were even arrested, they are releasing them back to the society, and you are still praying. No, now, no, now. Sure, there anyone in country in it. That's why I don't go to church, because they are deceiving all of us. No, let's face it. Decree àwọn èèyàn decree 4 set àwọn decree 4 set àwọn decree 4 you know. Do you understand? I decree your source cursed. I declare you dry. I've been hearing Oyedepo saying that since 2011. I can even find the video and show you one of these days. But this is 2020. Boko Haram is flourishing, and we are still deceiving ourselves. Killer and son, killer agbe, killer Jew. No, now. So I'm not against people doing business. I'm not against you using church to do it. I'm not against you buying jets. I'm not against you having 10,000 new churches across Nigeria. I'm not against it. But what I'm saying is, at least even when you are doing businesses, there's something called CSR, corporate social responsibility. Be responsible to you. Show concern about their welfare and security. At least. Is that too much to ask for? No, is that too much to ask for? No, sorry. No, it's serious now. I know you go to church. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to the comments. Somebody says, if you think that. Oh, I missed that. Somebody says, but Adeboye is still supporting their commander Buhari. Shebi he wasn't coming out before. He has started coming out. Oh, yeah, now. No, just the watch him. Somebody says Oshimbajo should be part of the protest. Well, let's hope well, the Adeboye even stepped out. Oshimbajo is from Redeem, a pastor, one of their senior pastors. So Adeboye is stepping out. So you should know that get a CB now. No, so somebody, I think Oshimbajo is a pastor under Redeem. Why can't he call Asorok, like say a gamer for Asorok? Let's come back to the next one. We've been long deceived by religious leaders. Mumu don't do whatever needs to be physically tackled is spiritually handled, na joke and scam. Absolutely, that's the point. Larry Oba says now small. Yeah, we're getting there. So okay, all right. Somebody is replying to another person and calling themselves. I don't. Okay. It shall be well, shall. Somebody says CFCC will arrest him soon or na DSS. No, I don't think so. That's why I called it prayer walk. He did not attack anybody. He did not use strong words like Shore would do. So I don't think they should have problem with him. Shore already paved the way to go and fire Rogugwe for most of these people that will now be coming out, and they will now. Somebody says, look, Western nations, because of advancement, religion is minimal. If Nigeria is advanced, trust me, these GOs go run out because they won't be business anymore. I understand you. Another person says, good job, Shegun. Decree won't hurt a fly. Absolutely. Here's what is the Bible says. Yeah, Bodilawa, thanks for that contribution. Psalm 144 verse 1, King James Version say, Psalm of David, blessed be the Lord. Psalm 114 verse 1, I'm going to read that later, and I'm sure other people are also going to check that. Other people should also check that out. Um, okay, Olu Kayode says, we need practical steps. I believe in prayers and fasting, but we need to take action, not staying back. We don't even need to pray anymore. You know why? You know why? Because all the prayers we have said in the past are waiting for just little action to become active. No, top secret. All the prayers we have said in the past since 1990, all the past prayers we have been saying, they are waiting for little action from us to be activated. Little move from us to be activated. We have said enough prayer that will last us a lifetime. We have said enough prayers across all our churches every Sunday that will last us several decades already. Just little actions will activate those backlog of prayers, and that is where we should go now. So that's why I'm commending Pastor Adeboye, for instance. So that's just symbolic prayer work they did today. But real protest could still show if things don't have, if we don't get the actual impact we should have. Um, Adeboye's holy water and anointing oil will solve insecurity. Please buy yours now. Bamjoshi, we are not joking. Oh. Bamjoshi, take your time. Someone say there's no way Osinbajo can be part of the protest. It's part of the system. Thank God Baba is finally taking both steps. Faith without work and action is dead. The comments are rushing. If I miss your own, I'm sorry, it's not deliberate. I know a pastor in Lekki whose wife came to Canada and to do IVF. Sorry, that also jumped. Somebody said I guess you watched the video you posted. I actually, after I did that video, I called pastors out. I'm in case Pastor Adeboye saw that video. That's why I'm appreciating that at least he finally stepped out to do something symbolic. Because I got a lot of calls from even pastors, redeemed pastors, from US, from everywhere, who are provincial pastors across the world, saying that what you said is true, but it's little by little. So that's why I'm saying I appreciate Pastor Adeboye for stepping out finally to do this symbolic action. I'm running out of battery already, and I think I gotta go right now. For those of you that are asking for how to reach out to us, the detail is on your screen right now, and I'm going to sign out because I'm running out of battery. I'll leave you with Larry Safari as usual. You know that I love Larry Safari's music. Should I start from the beginning? At the Vex.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Adeboye, so
Safari.
on the door.
Free us.
Free us. Adeboye.
Free us.
Adeboye. Some they call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. Cause I believe I be winner. Stop calling me a sinner. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know. If you believe in the pastors, as I don't want to know. If you believe in the imam, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now. Oyibo come deceive us. Then come bring their Jesus. Even the story about Jacob.
My ancestors make you save us.
My people make gonna wake up. Wake up. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know.
If you really believe in the Bible,